To Chess4Unity's third Saturday event. I hope all of you are staying safe and doing well, and looking forward to looking at some chess. So, if you're new to Chess4Unity, and welcome, first of all, and we organize these monthly third Saturday events every third Saturday of the month, and it's totally free, and winners get prizes. So, hopefully, we see you there and join the fun. And if you're new to Chess4Unity and you want to know more about Chess4Unity, or you just want to know more about Chess4Unity in general, be sure to visit chess4unity.com. Chess for the number 4, unity.com. So, my first opponent will be Old Wet Plant. And just for some basic context, the tournament will be 4 rounds for the open section. There are also 2 other sections. There's under 1200 section and under 600 section. Each of them are 5 rounds, like a 10-minute rapid for the under 600, under 1200 section. But for the open section, it will be 4 rounds. 4 rounds with 15 minutes for both sides for each round. So a little bit longer, but one less round. So my first opponent will be Old Wet Plant, so good luck. So I start out with d4, d5, queen's pawn. So here Black usually has a couple of options. Some are more popular, some are not. Let's just take a look at the popular ones. e6, c6, or dc4. Those 3 are what I believe to be the most popular moves in this position. They're not the only moves, but they probably are considered the best moves in this position. Okay, so my opponent plays e6, going to the Queen's Gambit declined. So now I'm gonna bring my knight to f3, and now knight f6 is most likely gonna be the move for Black. Yeah, or Black can, oops, that pawns don't move like that. Black can transpose into the Queen's Gambit accepted by taking this pawn. Okay, knight f6. And now I get to play the Catalan. So the idea of the Catalan is to fianchetto the bishop to g2, castle quickly, and try to maybe play for e4. Obviously, there has to be adequate preparation before we can play e4, but it's possible. Okay, so let's go knight b2. Okay, castle, bishop g2. All perfectly normal moves. Here Black also has a couple of options. Normally, Black either takes on c4 or plays b6. So those are, I think, based on the people who played this position against me, b6 and d takes c4 are the most popular moves. D takes c4, no issue with that. I'm just in castle. Now I'm attacking this pawn. Okay, bishop d2. That's a little bit of an inaccuracy, I believe. Um, Black normally plays, I think the best move here is to play b5. So b5, and then it goes into a long line of complicated variations, which I'm not going to get into right now. But bishop takes d2. The problem with this move is that, okay, let me play my move first. Now it's almost inevitable that I'm going to win this c4 pawn back. Right? At some point, I'm going to win this pawn back. And, oops, this is quite annoying. Okay, so I know the board is a little bit cut off, but it's fine. You can still see it. Sometimes that happens when I backpedal. Let me think. So, let's go bishop g5. So the bishop pair, I believe here, is not as relevant as, so I'm just going to take this. Black is going to play queen takes, and then I'm just going to play e3, defend the pawn. And let's go 92. Yeah, targeting this. And if black plays e5, I can go d5. And in this position, knight a5 is not possible either. Okay, so play d5, makes sense. I mean e5, d5, which is already really scary for black, honestly. No idea what black is going to do. Okay, I mean black has to play knight e7, right? Or something like that. Yeah, okay, so knight e7. Black might probably plays rook d8. Okay. Bishop there. Makes sense. Now let's go queen b3. Pressure on this b7 pawn. And opening up files for the rook. It's actually quite hard to defend this b7 pawn in a meaningful way. Looks like b6 is really... Yeah, I mean rook b8. Rook b8 is the only feasible option. But I'm not too scared of that. I just continue developing. So maybe like put some indirect pressure on c7, which black will have to deal with at some point. Okay, while we're okay, never mind. Um, mm, A6, interesting. It's a tough situation to find out next steps. So I was thinking of A4 and followed by A5, which I think could be beneficial in some instances. But I also feel like a move like knight A5 could be very strong. Or something like just rook D1. Okay, let's go rook D1. I feel like this could be the. I'm already kind of threatening D6, I think. And if he plays bishop G4, I got rook D2. Okay, bishop B5. Interesting. It's kind of a surprise. Not necessarily a bad way, though. Just. I mean, honestly, yeah, why not just say 4? Yeah, I don't mind bishop takes C4, rook takes C4. I feel like that could actually end up being beneficial for me. I mean, honestly, I probably should not have done that. I probably should have played knight D2 followed by A4. Like in retrospect, thinking back, and yeah, that probably would have been better. But this feels like it should still be fine. Let's go Queen C2. So if I go bishop H3, they're gonna go D8. Which is kind of annoying. Okay, let's go E4. Um, threat of bishop H3. And right now, I cannot really see how black is really going to stop that. Unless he plays like Queen D7 or something. Which is possible, honestly. But then I can go rook. Right? I can go rook C1. Yeah, then C6. Now that's a little bit. Yeah, that's not gonna be good. Okay, let's take a look at another game. I feel like that could be. Okay, so what do we see in this position? It looks like that. It looks like black is up in exchange and multiple pawns. So this position looks hopeless. Pretty much, yeah. That's all I have to say. For white, of course. Okay, my opponent moves, so let's go back to this game. Wow, f6 is kind of really shocking because don't really see how that prevents bishop h3, which was my main idea anyways. But now it even gives me like this e6 square to like camp on. Unless he wants to like go rook d8, rook takes c7, knight c6 or something. Huh, that could be tricky. I have to watch out. I don't think my opponent sees that right now, though. That after rook d8, rook takes c7, knight c6 looks pretty good. Yeah, missed that. Okay, this I'm fine with. I'll just take back. Okay, there, queen f6. Now I get the pleasure to play rook takes c7, I believe. Let's go rook takes c7. I don't see anything wrong with that right now, so. By the way, the game that we looked at, the one where black was in exchange up, black has won that game. So, let's check out a new game. Okay, this is also... Okay, so white won. Down 2 pieces. Black is down 2 pieces, of course. Okay, now let's go back to this game. Okay, so what should I do here? That's a good question. There are quite a few options since I'm already up 2 pawns. I can try to just play like queen e4. Yet I feel like a move like queen c5 could pay off. I feel like queen c5 is the best move. I don't know why, because then knight takes f5, bishop takes f5, queen takes f5. I mean, we can play d6. Yeah, but really, is that necessary though? Probably not. Or we can go the boring route and play queen e4, and nothing really happens. Let's go the boring route. It's very boring. Yeah, let's go the boring route. Play queen e4, which does accomplish some purpose. Puts pressure on e5 pawn, protects this d5 pawn and this f5 pawn. Queen is usually good on central squares, so it's not like this is a move without merit. I can still kind of explain why I played it, so that's good. I like to tell students never ever play a move if you can't explain why. So I better follow my own advice. Queen d6. Okay, that was kind of expected. Let's see what we can come up with now. Guess nothing better than just rook c2. Let's think about this a little bit. Queen z4 also makes a lot of sense. I should really like queen c4. Okay, let's go rook c3. Yep. Okay, I have to start speeding up a little bit. I can't waste too much time, especially like in a position where probably doesn't matter as much. The result of the game is not going to be determined by like this one or two moves that I'm playing right now. That's what I mean. Okay, rook f8 makes sense. Okay, let's play rook e3. If he attacks my pawn, I'll attack his. The only way for black to defend his pawn is to play knight c6. And it's a good way to defend this pawn. I'm still trying to think what I would be playing if black plays knight c6. Probably bishop g4. Because after knight c6, bishop g4, knight d4, we can still take on e5. Yeah. So that's probably what I would do. Okay, my opponent's kind of getting a little bit low on time, so. Okay, he found knight c6, which is good. And now let's play bishop g4. And the idea of bishop g4 is to defend this rook on d1. So the reason why I can't take the pawn knight on c6, well I can, but it won't be as effective, is because this rook on d1 is hanging. But now it's not. So rook e8, now I can take this knight on c6, and notice how this bishop is defending this rook now. So okay, thank you very much. Take that. Let us let's go b3. There's no reason for me to give up anything. Like, I mean anything in this situation. Let's get some water. Okay, bishop h5 skewers the rook, and black resigns. So, well played, old white plant. That was an intense game. Okay, so let's check out what games are left. Okay, so there's 2 games left. This game, which looks like white should win. Okay, so white won this game. And the last game left in this round is between SYTK and Ramosaurus. Looks like black has the upper hand here. Okay, so let's just see how this game plays out. If you're just joining us, my name is Vincent Say, and you are watching the Chess4Unity Third Saturday event. And this event is organized every third Saturday of every month. It's free to attend, and there are prizes, money prizes. So be sure to sign up if you haven't already on Chess4Unity.com. Chess for the number 4 Unity.com. Okay, so the game is over, almost over. Okay, so that concludes round 1 of this third Saturday tournament. Again, there are a total of 4 rounds. Rapid. So, game number 2 between Jason543 and myself. So, this opening is called the French, and in this situation, white plays whoa, that's cool. Not cool at all. Okay, so white plays c3, and now it's my turn. Okay. So there are a couple lines I can go into in this position, but I think I'm going to go into the most exciting, fun line. Bishop d7. And there's white has 3 moves here. Bishop e2 is one of them. It's also bishop d3 and a3, both of which are pretty good. And here I'm gonna play f6. So I feel like this is the most fun line in the advanced variation. It's usually very exciting because it's like attack, attack, attack. So no breaks in between. Just keep on attacking. And I'm not gonna lie, f6 is a risky move. Okay, bishop f4. Let's take it. Let's go. Okay, so here, d takes e5, knight takes e5. I mean, d takes e5 or knight takes e5 are both possible. Let me take back. There could be a good chance that white takes with the bishop. Yeah. Okay. So in that case, I will play knight f6 still. I feel like I actually made a mistake by playing d takes e5. Felt like a little bit too soon, if that makes sense. Yeah, I definitely rushed that a little bit. Could have played like bishop e7 or something instead. Or like knight h6. Knight h6? Okay, knight h6 might be a little bit too strange, but... Okay, knight d2. I don't mind that move at all. Let's see. Let's go bishop e7. Bishop e7 feels like the best move here. Well, probably not the best move, but a decent move. I am sort of surprised that white has chosen not to castle yet. So that could be a genius idea, or it could be not a genius idea. I expect white to castle now. Feels like the only logical move here. But white might not castle now because he's not castling before. So okay, so white does castle. Great. Now it's time to play queen b6. Is it? Yeah, let's play queen b6. No. Queen b6, queen b3, and I have no idea what to do next. I feel like that's like a really short-term move. Let's go queen e8. Seems like one of those fancy moves that might look good and could end up being good, so let's do it. Okay, I feel like I'm setting a bad example here, so no, that's not why I played queen e8, not because it looks good. Well, that is one reason why I played queen e8, but another reason why is bishop b5 is an idea now, right? Because the queen is protecting this, trade off this bishop. And another idea is, okay, knight e4. And maybe bring the queen to g6. Putting more pressure on the king side. So that was idea number 2. So there are some reasons behind this move, queen e8. Not just all because it looks pretty. Okay, let's go knight e4. I feel like this is the right moment. This rook just moved here, so f2 is slightly weak. I can try to take advantage of that. Not sure how, but I'll figure it out. White could play bishop d3. That's really my main concern. That because bishop d3, let's say I play bishop c6, white plays c4, maybe. Could be interesting. But again, interesting is what I'm looking for, especially as black in this position. Okay, so bishop c6 was played, which makes sense. Okay, now I feel like I have to play bishop c6. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to lose that pawn. So bishop c6 adds another defender to this e4 square. Now my idea, well, possible idea is to play queen h5. Again, now you can kind of see why maybe the queen on e8 is pretty useful here. I'm just drinking water, trying to clear my throat a little bit. I don't know why. It feels like a little bit sketchy, but no, it'll be fine. Okay, so white takes on e4. Black takes back, d takes e4, knight d2, makes sense. Now, let's go queen g6. Remember, now we protect this pawn. Threaten to activate it with e3. Which is quite a dangerous threat because this queen is aiming at this g2 square, so better be careful. Okay, queen e2 does stop that move. And attacks e4, so that's a very nice move. So we gotta be creative. Think of something. Let us play. I was thinking about being really cool and playing like rook f3. But yeah, quickly realized that does not work. So that is out of question. Let's just play cd4. At least this way we have, if cd4, now we have bishop takes bishop d4. So pin the knight, and at least we don't lose the pawn. Okay, so bishop takes d4 was played. Interesting. Okay, now I at least have the option of playing rook f4. So I'm pretty happy about that. I can bring that to g4. Could be pretty dangerous. But it does seem like that would present some challenges because the rook is kind of misplaced on g4. So it could be trapped if played, if not executed correctly. Okay, so I'm expecting something like bishop e3, which would make sense. Bishop e5 also is interesting. So the idea is rook g4, bishop g3. Interesting. Well, I'm guessing that's the idea at least. Kind of a tricky situation. Let's go rook g4 anyways. It might be a little bit risky. So my idea was bishop g3, I was going to play bishop c5. Again, adding another attacker. Putting more pressure on the position. But now I'm thinking I should probably just play rook f8 immediately. Because rook f8, h3, okay, rook takes g3, takes, bishop c5, king h1, rook f2. So that's kind of the idea here. Okay, I trust my calculation enough that I feel like that's good. I feel like that's gonna work. I know usually when people say stuff like that, it really is not gonna work, but let's just do it. White is gonna play h3 because if he doesn't, that'd be impressive first of all, and if he doesn't, I think bishop c5 might be really strong too. Anyways, so okay, h3 is played. Let's take. Okay, no time to back down now. Fg3. Okay, now think for a second. Yep, pretty much bishop c5. We gotta play that. Now let's see where it goes. King h1 or king h2. Both are possible. I think no matter what he plays, I'm playing rook f2 anyways. Okay, king h1 was played, which is not like super surprising because. Okay, let's just put rook f2 first, and then we can talk. Okay, yeah, because queen takes g3 is not that big of a threat. I mean, I honestly feel like it's not bad, but this rook f2 is gonna come anyways. So kind of the whole idea here is that white has no good squares for the queen, right? The only reason why this whole thing works is something like queen e3 is not available. Okay, so queen there was played, which makes sense. So now let's go rook takes d2. Hold on, let's see if that works. Rook takes d2, queen takes c5, queen takes g3. That's what I'm planning. That's what I was planning. Yeah, I think that works. Don't really see any like way to stop e3 or bishop takes g2. I mean, or queen takes g2. So like the best you can do is something like rook queen g1, which delays the move. But it feels like actually I kind of want to play like rook takes g2, queen takes g2, e3 right now. But no, let's just go for the simple e3. This bishop comes alive, and that is gonna be trouble for white. I have so many threats here. Bishop takes g2 is a threat, rook takes g2 is a threat, queen takes g2 is a threat, queen takes h3 is a threat. So, yeah. I think I just realized that white can actually survive like longer with queen h2. Because really there's nothing I can do, I think. No way, I can play bishop takes g2, followed by queen f2. Yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, I was thinking I have to. Okay, so bishop takes g2, check. Anyways, followed by queen f2 is checkmate. Yeah, so that position was just not good. Okay. Jason 543. Good game. Let's look at what games are left. While we're waiting, so this is the next board. I'm gonna head to the restroom for a sec. So you guys, after that, I'll try to break down what this game is about. Okay, so what is going on here? Let's take a look. First thing, let's count the material. So black has an exchange out for a pawn, and it looks like there's some compensation for sure, but I don't think it's enough. So I would say black is better here, especially because of this strong bishop on c6. But yet it's not really clear how black should proceed. I would guess something like f4, f3 makes sense, just to formulate some sort of attack on white's position. So I would probably play f4 here if I were black. Okay, so once you start doing that kind of move, it becomes a little bit trickier, because black's rook, I think, was very nice on c8. Black's rook on d8 really doesn't do anything, because it's not like you're going to take on d6 anyways. Actually, maybe you should consider that. Hold on 1 second. Let's calculate rook takes d6. E takes d6, rook e2. Oh, but there, I think white has knight e4. Yeah, so this was the line I was talking about. So rook takes d6, e takes d6 is forced. Rook e2. But I think, whoa, oh yeah, rook e3. Okay, rook e3 is probably even better. Apologize. Now what? I think 94 is the only move. Yeah. 96 actually, maybe. Oh, 94. Nice. White found 94. That's impressive. Okay. Now rook takes c. If bishop takes e4, obviously queen c8 is bad for black. And What the options are there, really? Rook takes c3, knight takes g5. I don't think. Maybe h6 there. Possibly. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Because computer says, I believe computer says it's a draw. Because I see like that bar on chess.com. Computer gives it a 0-0. So I personally think, I'm trying to figure out what else black has other than, oh, maybe something like queen h6 black can play. Yeah, I would think about queen h6. I would seriously think about queen h6. Oh, but the problem with queen h6 is that black can play. White can play. Can white play d7 there? Or like queen d2? No, not queen d2. So queen h6 was playing nice. So now what? That's the question. So I was thinking about this crazy move, knight g5. So the idea is rook takes c3, knight f7 check, king g8, knight takes h6, g takes h6. Yeah, but that I don't know. That doesn't look like it's good. So what other alternatives are there? So the idea of queen h6 is that if queen takes c6, rook takes h3 is going to be a checkmate. So clearly that is not a possibility. And that needs to be prevented, essentially. Whoa. What? Okay, hold on. I can't. Okay. We need to go back, because this game is interesting. Let's try to find... the move here that draws. I mean, black is still going to be a little bit better, but like 0.3 according to the bar. So let's try to find this for white. What should white play here? So I was thinking of d7, like I mentioned. d7, bishop takes d7. And now something like queen d2. Possibly. I think something like that is the solution. Okay. Anyways, that was a very interesting game. Be good to analyze that a little bit. Okay, so my next round opponent, myself versus Matthew D. Okay, good luck. So let me just update the points. 2 points right now. And this is round... This is round 3 already. Okay. Again, we have the same sort of thing. Queen's Gambit. And now black plays the Slav defense. Nice. Let's play this classical Slav. This is the opening right now is still hasn't set. It really depends on what black plays. I think the most popular move is knight b7. And now we know it's the Moran. So let's try this bishop e2 move. I haven't played that in a while. Yeah, so the idea is that after dc4, white plays a4. And I played this position, reverse colors, against Mark Paragua, Grandmaster Mark Paragua. And yeah, I was black, and he played this a4 move. And I think I made a mistake here. I played bishop d6, which really helps white in this situation, because white plays knight d2, and he gets this pawn with the tempo. Okay, my opponent definitely has not seen this idea before. Spending a couple of minutes on his next move, which makes sense because this is a pretty critical situation. Okay, that is pretty surprising. That was unexpected, for sure. So let's see what we should do here. Okay, bishop takes c4 makes a lot of sense. And we actually get into an isolated pawn situation where white has a few tempos. I think it's a good version of the isolated pawn structure for white. Okay, let's look at another game. Okay. c6 makes sense. I'm expecting knight probably go to e3. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to this game where we have this situation. Castle. Castle likely. I'd be shocked if he doesn't castle. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now what? Let's see. Let's go a5. Preventing knight b6. Maybe in the future with a6. Sorry again for drinking water like every 3 seconds. Throat is kind of dry right now, so I have to stay hydrated. Okay, so what are we expecting here? Well, that's an option. It's kind of hard to come up with another like useful move. Like black's position is so cramped that there really aren't any like possible moves to even begin with. Okay, a6, I was thinking of this, but I wasn't too scared. Let's consider this a little bit. Let's go queen b3. The queen b3, let me get the rook out. It's probably the best. Not the best. I keep on saying the best, but my moves are definitely not the best. So let's say most logical for me is queen b3, get the rook out. I mean, the other logical move is queen e2, but then I was kind of afraid of c takes d4, e takes d4, bishop b4. So what I mean was, okay, what I mean was if queen e2 here, black is the pot. Okay, that was disruptive. Okay. Anyways, if queen e2, the pawn on a5 would be a little bit weaker. But now it's more difficult to attack. So let's see, what do you play? b5, okay. I have to say that's slightly unexpected here. Okay, so I think that is definitely huge progress for black. Yeah, I overlooked the fact that b5 could be a move. Now black gets to complete his development with bishop b7. He might even take on d4. Yeah, because now the isolated pawn is nowhere near as weak as before. So that could be a very good decision. Okay, let's stick with the knight, because there's no point of taking with the pawn anymore. It'd just be a weakness at this point. So at least here we kind of maintain the structure. If you're just joining us, or if you're new here, my name is Vincent Say, and I am a FIDE master, and you are watching Chess4Unity's third Saturday event. We organize these events every month on the third Saturday, and it's totally free with good prizes. So if you're interested in joining or learning more about us, be sure to visit chess4unity.com. So chess4, the number 4, unity.com. Right, so here I was planning to put bishop f3, honestly. So I can play like knight c6 if the rook moves. Only, I think black has to block with the knight, right, in this situation. Okay. That is not a surprise. Just get that out of the way. No surprises. Okay, let's take. Okay. Let's play. Bishop d2. I'm giving black the chance to get rid of the isolated pawn with bishop takes d4, e takes d4. But black does give up the darks for a bishop, so it's kind of like a trade for a trade. Not a trade for a trade. And yeah, a trade for a trade. Let's keep it that way. Right now, my idea is to play bishop a5, putting a lot of pressure on this knight and this pawn as well. Not that pawn, this pawn. This pawn, yeah. So, see what he does. And again, we always have to, especially in rapid games, check the time, see that we have a time advantage, so that's good. Huh. Interesting. Let's go bishop a5, like I said. Looks good. Putting quite some pressure. Here, bishop takes d4 is probably the best move. I think after bishop takes d4, e takes d4, rook b8, I can kind of hold on to the position a little bit. Whoa. Now that again is quite a surprising move. Very, very surprising. I think I can just take this bishop tonight. No. Okay, so let's kind of look at this position in a bit of a perspective. Worst case scenario, I play bishop takes c5, and I win material that way. Lose the queen, but overall win the material. Count. The key is, do we have something better where I can be up a piece? Because it's much easier to play up a piece than like those kind of imbalanced material situations. So interesting. I don't really see anything better though. Yeah, and this looks pretty good, so let's just go for it. So basically, I'll end up with two pieces and a rook for a queen, which is not more than enough, but enough material. Actually, more than enough material to compensate for the queen. At least in normal circumstances. And in this circumstance, I think it could end up being even better because there's so many weaknesses that could possibly be exploited in black's position. Okay, so let's start with defending everything. Let's go bishop d4. So I think the knight belongs on c5. Bishop belongs on d4. I think that's the best placement for the pieces. c5. Attacking this pawn as well. Yeah, so I have a lot of strong outposts and very strong minor pieces in this situation. Let's see what I should do here. I have many options, actually. Many good ones. Rook takes a6 is an option. Yeah, let's play rook takes a6. Oh no! Crap. Oh, it's a blunder. Yeah, I forgot that bishop. Oh wait, no. Wait, is it? Hold on, this is tricky. Okay, because I was thinking queen takes b6, bishop c8, and now what? Bishop g4 maybe? And there's no back rank checkmate because this bishop d4 saves the day. So I guess that's why. Okay. Whew, that's a close one. Too close to be comfortable. That was way too close. Okay, this way too much water thing is absolutely ridiculous. Um, let's go rook b7. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, let's resume. Let's begin with h3. A move that I feel like is very important to play in this situation. You never know what might happen. Always leave breathing room. Okay. Cool. It's interesting. Let's go. Let's go take. Let's just take. Yeah, okay. It's rook e7 wins the pawn. This pawn is gonna fall. And although we traded bishops, I still have good control over the position. So I'm fine with this, losing the bishop pair. This bishop is like really protecting my position right now. Okay, let's try to provoke a weakness here. Bishop rook g4, attacking g7. Okay. Let us go. Rook e4 again. Okay, I gotta play faster. Time is finite. King h2 is fine. Queen b8, 4. That's the end of the checks. Okay, let's just play bishop takes f6. I feel like this would be fun. This will be fun. Let's see where you hide. Bishop d4. Let's see how you can... Is there any move which black can play that doesn't lead to a discover check? I don't know. Curious to find out though. Unfortunately, that is not one of those moves. Okay. So, good game, Matthew D. Let's check what other games are left. Okay, we still have 2 games left. Okay, this game should be over pretty soon. Okay, so there's a lot of different mates. Okay, that's one of them. Okay, so now there's only 1 game left. Okay, this game looks very interesting. So I don't think there's any doubt that black is better here. Probably even winning, honestly. So the question is black winning, or is he only better? Can white hold this position? I don't think so. And the king is way too far, and even if it were close, the bishop on c4, the king on b2 is way, way, way too strong. And white has no material. Yeah, so this is gone. There's just no moves for white. A5, A4, A3, A2. You actually cannot prevent that. If I were white, I would go queen b7, a4, queen e7. Honestly, because there's really nothing else at all. Or queen a5 here. I don't know. But then king takes c2, and again, you're dead. Oh, a3 is a little bit... yeah, but it's still winning. That just shows how winning it is. But, oh, black has no time, though, so that's a different story now. What the? Good thing is that for black is that everything's protected. I mean, yeah. So white's queen can't really pick anything off because everything's protected. Wow. I mean, I feel like black is really trying to test his luck here. Should b3. Really? You might fall into perpetual check if not careful. Yeah, that's a perpetual check right here. Right? What? Yeah, that's a draw. How are they still playing here? Wow, okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, so welcome to the last round. And let's check the standings going into the last round. So this is round 4, and okay. Actually, hold on 1 second. Just need to fix something. Let's do. Okay. So last round, we have 3 people with 3 out of 3. There's nobody with 2.5, which is a little bit strange, but sorry. So let's. Good luck, GM ready opening. Let's play freestyle right here. I feel like having a very good time. No, can't play that freestyle. Let's go e6. Freestyle. Huh, can I play knight e4 here? It's like a possibility. Let's go b6. I will welcome a Grunfeld structure. Actually, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I'm not sure I would welcome a Grunfeld structure. You know what? Grunfeld structures are very fun to play. Let's do this. c5. Always play c5 in Grunfeld. If you play c5, good things will happen. If you don't, nothing good will happen. there. Some knight c6. So we have atypical, kind of typical Grunfeld situation. Okay, so my idea here is rook d8, putting more pressure on the d4 pawn, and that's really the key. I have this bishop here, this bishop here. The idea is to put pressure on white's central pawns. Let's see. My opponent has played fast up until now, and there's a lot of time being spent. So let's check out the second. Let's check out SYDK, who is also trying to play for first place here. Let's go there. Rook d8, putting more pressure on d4. And I expect the rook to come on d1. But I'm not afraid of a rook coming on d1 because my plan right now is no matter which rook comes on d1, I'm going to play knight a5 and attack the e4 pawn with the bishop. Okay, so that is a little bit surprising. A little bit. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's take this. That was probably a mistake. Oh, that is surprising. Yeah, I think white plays e takes d5, and he's probably better. But the problem with this move is it allows d4, which I think my opponent might have missed. Because I don't think you want to allow d4. Especially since now I think I'm up a pawn. Yeah, I'm up a pawn. Okay, I can't keep that king on g7. I drank like 2 water bottles already. Here. 2.5 actually. So rook d2 is a natural move, let's say. Hmm. Hmm. Sort of a tough situation here. Okay, let's go queen e6. Wait, what? What am I doing? I did not just propose queen e6. Queen e6, rook d1, what are you going to do? Nothing. Yeah, it's not good. It's kind of hard to find a move here, honestly. Okay, let's play d3. Defending the pawn. Yeah, I don't want to give up that pawn so easily. If white is going to win it, white is going to have to fight for it. And white will probably win the fight, but, at least I can say I gave it my all. trying to defend this pawn. Oh, no. Queen G4 kind of makes sense. Yeah, let's go Queen G4. Makes sense. Attacking this pawn and this knight. Okay, H3. Takes. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm down time, so I can't beat down time. Gotta catch back up. Queen F4 makes sense. This rook to d8. So now we've officially arranged our position, rearranged our position so that everything's protected. Okay. I will be right. Okay, let's get back to work. So what now? That's the question. Let's go rook d7. Everything's protected, so I feel pretty good about my position. Okay, there are only 2 games left? Really? So this is that board. Looks like a tough situation for white. Okay, let's get back to our game. Where I am in time trouble, so I should not be looking at other games. Okay. Let's go rook d8. Now let's take that pawn. Okay, rook d4. Okay, so this rook is defending this pawn. We have some time to check this game. Okay, black is much better still. And white has 4 seconds. Wow. Okay. Back to our game. Okay. Damn, didn't let me checkmate. Okay, so great job, GM ready opening. So that was a good game. Okay, so there's only one game left, so let's just take a look at that one. And it's this game. White is 4.9 seconds, but it seems like white is getting back on track. Let's see what happens. Okay. Now white is gonna get back some material. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna get back material, but rook c4 does look like it might give a little bit of trouble. The bishop's trapped, right? I mean, not the bishop. The knight's trapped. Like bishop b1 ideas. Bishop b1 is played. Wow, okay. I mean, it looks like... How is he going to get out of this situation? Looks like a bad position for black, honestly. I would be kind of afraid if I were black. Yeah, there's no way to, like... White is playing very, very well in this situation. It's very impressive. Oh. Yeah, now white is winning. Lose a piece. At least. b7 now is just completely winning because rook b8, rook c8 is just lost. Wow. Incredible. White is playing very smartly, so because he's trying to force moves now, White has the ability to pre-move. White is just playing super fast right now, gaining just 2 seconds every single move, right? Yeah, so White is going to eliminate all black pawns so that in the worst case he won't lose. Wow, it's quite impressive, especially considering that he almost had no time. Okay, so 4 rounds complete. So that's it. Let's see who won the tournament. Okay, not let's see who won. Let's see the results. I think the standings still have to update a little bit because right now it's only updating 3 rounds. So let's give chess.com a moment to ponder. Okay. That's weird. Standings are still the same. Okay. Standings officially updated. So this is really insane. Okay, so I got first place with 4 out of 4. And there's a 6-way tie for second. It's incredible. 6 people got 3 out of 4. Oh well, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and continue to stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.